Coach, you're muted.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can you hear me okay, Andrea?
Yes, sir.
All right. Big waves out there. Maybe unmute Andrea in case my service goes off, if you're okay with that. Good to see everybody. Big waves to you. Our word for today is cooperation. And I'm coming from a remote location, so I hope my service holds up. And I missed everybody yesterday. I was actually on a flight yesterday when the coach's corner was going on. So, but I miss my family. So cooperation is the word for today. And I loved kind of looking into this cooperation. Let me ask you a question. Think about yourself, John Frick. I love John. He's always on here right at the beginning of the morning. But John, would you say to yourself, I'm a cooperative person? I show cooperation. What about it, Valerie? Do you cooperate? Billy, do you cooperate? I'll tell you this, I've had a lot of times in my life where I have not been that person of cooperation. And matter of fact, it kind of goes on every single week of my life where I don't cooperate for one reason or the other. Okay. And if you look at the definition, the process of working together to the same end goal. In relationships, maybe do you have the same end goal? But does cooperation sometimes affect a relationship? The actions of someone who is being helpful by doing what is wanted or asked for. Let me ask you this. Is it helpful in business to have cooperation? I think we would all say yes. Yes to business. Yes to relationships. Yes to government. I mean, listen, in order to work in this world, we've got to cooperate. We've got to have allies. That's just the way, it's the way it is. There's got to be cooperation. And so where I went today, and I hope you can appreciate this, is I thought, you know what? Figures in my life, whether they're a far away figure that I've just kind of dove into over the years, or maybe there's somebody I'm dealing with now, I want to look at some things that they've personally said about cooperation. The first one that comes to mind is right now, our company president in my company and a lot of your company is Mark Wilson. And Mark Wilson said this a lot. He's actually put it up on and it's been a quote that he's used a lot. He says, I want to win worse than I want it my way. Think about that. I want to win worse than I want it my way. Could that, if I just had that quote, if you're writing something down, if I just carried that around with me, would that help me? Would that help me in a relationship? Without a doubt. Would that help me in business? Without a doubt. Like that's such a fitting thing to carry around in our pocket each and every day. Because typically it's our ego that gets in the way, our pride that gets in the way of this. And then I thought about cooperation and teamwork really go hand in hand. So I started thinking about teamwork. Henry Ford said, coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. But working together is success. How many times, think about this. I'm going to lean into you this morning. How many times have you started working? I'm looking at Kelly Brown right now. And me and Kelly's working together and we're partnered up. And then, and so we're coming together. That's the beginning. And then we start keeping together and we're making things happen. But then something happens, friction, drama, we don't agree with each other and we can't stay the course and we lose the success. staying together, figuring out a way to stay together. Listen, it doesn't matter, relationship, business, you name it, there's going to be crossroads. And if it's worth fighting for, sticking together is where you'll find success. Because you're going to disagree. We are going to disagree. But how bad do you want it? And then my last person I looked at was, and I love it, Nelson Mandela. Here's what he said. If you want the cooperation of humans around you, you must make them feel important. And you do that by being genuine and humble. What a powerful, powerful lesson. If you want the cooperation of the people around you, you've got to make those people feel important. And you make them feel important by showing genuineness, humbleness. And I think really that's what this community's done for me. Guys, you don't know how important you are in my life every single day. So thank you for being here, and thank you for cooperating with us to make this such a beautiful start to each and every person on here's morning. So thank you. Andrew Rosser, my partner in crime, I'll turn it to you.
Well, great message, Coach. Thank you so much. And whenever I do these, I always start with some quotes. So I'm going to read you guys some quotes. So cooperation. To get cooperation, you must give cooperation. Always seek to find the best way rather than insisting on your own way. And that's John Wooden. And I think that goes right back to what you said about Mark. Like, you know, I've always said, do I want to be happy or do I want to be right? You know, in different arguments or, you know, whatever things happen. We've all seen it. Do I want to be happy or do I want to be right? But do I want to find the best way or do I want it to be my way? And sometimes I really do want it to be my way. So you got to kind of step out of your own way on occasion. But cooperation is always more powerful than competition. That's Bob Proctor. And then I love this one where it said, cooperation is the thorough conviction that nobody can get there unless everybody gets there. And that's Virginia Burden. And, you know, so we all know the power of cooperation, but we've all also probably been on that team. Like, has anybody else had the experience, like maybe in college, where you have a group project and nobody's cooperating with you? Like maybe you're doing your part, but you're having to do everybody else's part too, or the opposite. You're not doing your part and you're hoping that everybody else does theirs. But so how do you create cooperation within a team? So I kind of delved in that. And the first thing was connection. And I think that's exactly what you were talking about, Coach, right here. I love the connection we have in this group. It's so powerful. I feel like I know each and every one of the people on here, and I would fight to create something with them because we are all connected. So when you take the time to build that connection, kind of bring up a Gary Racer quote, but if you're strongly connected, people will what does he say? Storm hell with a water pistol, to cooperate and to create something together. And then the next thing is give credit where credit's due. Don't say I when you mean we or you, right? How, again, we've all seen this in different settings. We've all done it. Like, oh yeah, I made that. And no, you didn't make that. But it was just easier in that moment or whatever. But that's a good way to get people to not want to cooperate because they're not getting that credit for their work. Appreciation. So if your team, right, feels appreciated, if the people around you feel appreciated for what you're doing, then they're going to want to cooperate even more because they want to play a role in what you're creating. Set clear expectations, right? We all want to work together. We all want to help. But if we don't know what our goal is or what our role is in it, it's really hard to cooperate with the team. And then tap into each other's talents. So kind of like we talked about yesterday, we're all magnificent. and we were all blessed with incredible gifts and talents and skills. And when you have a group of people working together, if we really focus on, like I know that Coach Palmer is a beautiful connector of people, and he's really great at connecting and making people hear heard or feel heard. Well, I'm going to try to tap into that strength. And maybe he's going to know I'm really good with spreadsheets. So he's going to tap into that strength with me, right? So we're going to work together and we're going to tap into each other's talents so that we can go create something phenomenal together. That's
Andrew
it.
Rosser, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you for your cooperation this week, obviously. And I want to say this morning, and I know you were on yesterday, a lot of you, and so Coach Myra Miles has lost a loved one in her life and in their family, and we just want to tell her she's always so gracious, reaching out, keeping a check on people, and if you get a chance this morning, maybe shoot her a text or just let her know you're praying for her. And so. But we appreciate you guys. Have an amazing Wednesday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Love you. Grateful for you.
Say bye.
Thank you.
Blessings. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, guys. That was
Bye.
amazing.